What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail. The pro-black ego. Now, I'm going to try to be as respectful as possible with this, but I'm going to say some things. Using Brother Umar's recent talk about, to 12 people he feels are detrimental. He didn't say names, but whatever. That's cool. This is the thing where people are pro-black when it's convenient. And what I mean by that is people are pro-black woman. And even for a guy who's pro-black, he's not taking into consideration the community doesn't really come together when you want to be pro-black boy or pro-black man. He should see that right now. Because I think Dr. Umar, Brother Umar, knows somewhere deep down in his heart, he wants people to help him build his school with donations and for the free, with help for the free on his last part he was talking about on the Breakfast Club. And I would assume, I could be wrong, that he probably believes if this was a girls' school, I could get people to help out. I could get people to come through. I can get, the AKAs and Deltas and the sororities or call their sisters to call up the brothers in that school and be like, hey, brother, you need to help these girls and help empower these girls. We need you. We need your manpower. And the brothers will show up, and the other men that have the men that have daughters will show up, and this school will be built. He assumes that the black community works in the same way when it comes to, let's help these boys. It don't. It works in reverse. Even again, let's go help these boys. The family is going to be like, what? But I need you to do this. We need you to do this. It's going to be a list of honey-do lists. And that's what it quote-unquote leadership of men are like, forget y'all, man. We doing this, right? But at the same time, that's when you get the back-end phone calls. I can't believe you helping them boys. I'm going to go to the court and raise your child support if it's that situation. See, people don't talk about that part. So the pro-black ego does not want to address that part. And this is where Brother Umar goes wrong with a lot of brothers who have issue with the pro-black community. The other issue would be, more importantly, the ego of the community. Because it's like, you guys are questionable because you seem like you're controlled by your phallus. You want to, you want to be pro-black, but you beefing for attention like the women. See, the pro-black community can't work together well because of all the egos. Though we love the pro-black community, and though we want it to be bigger than what it is, and though in our community we have a high standard for the pro-black community, but the problem is the pro-black community's ego is so big, it's just as detrimental as the street culture, because a lot of people in it have derived from the street culture and they never grew up. They never grew up. So now they have, they have vice lord or disciple in pro-black, and it's hard to work with anybody because, you ready to beef. You ready for war. The minute you see a brother winning, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So all the help you should get need in the pro-black community should be in the pro-black community, but it's not. And why I say the discipline is lacking because of people's sexual urges, because the pro-black community has this issue with monogamy and polygamy and the sisters, queens, and I want to do this with you and I want to do that with you. When the women, you go from Booker T. Washington and Marcus Garvey to R. Kelly, just like that. Just like that. It's like, we're going to build for the community. And my mind's telling me no, but my body. That's what y'all do. And brothers like, man, I ain't got time to be playing this game. Like, if we're going to be pro-black, we got to be pro-black when vagina's in the room too. And then we don't, oh, I want her, brother. I want her, brother. Oh, she mine, brother. Brother. The ego, bro. It's the ego. That's what's going on. Brothers don't like the ego. And when brothers are talking about addressing the sisters, y'all get all crazy. Now, on top of that, and with Brother Umar in particular, it's funny how he never... who he should be addressing. I'm not telling him who to address and how to address people, but I find it interesting that a brother so tapped into the black community, though he's like, brothers are not helping him build, and he's been pandering to the sisters for so long, but he won't say, you know what? How come Black Lives Matter never helped me? You know what I'm saying? How come? I mean, this is a school for black boys. They're supposed to be about the children. So, if the children were girls, would they help? They just gave $20-something million to 33 organizations, but 23 of them were headed by the LGBT community. You mean to tell me they can't give a grant to get this school fixed? Like, or did he even think of applying to them, or did, because they were black women predominantly, he just wrote them off because he's like, y'all not really gonna help the boys? This is the pro-black ego. You know what I'm saying? Because we're men, we're supposed to build on our own. I get all that. But the thing about it, using that BLM as a reference, is because at the end of the day, they've gotten all this help from predominantly black males dying. So it would make sense to say, yo, if you got this platform from black males dying, you need to kick in on educating black males. So black males don't be in it, or won't wind up in these situations. But that ego, the ego just doesn't see it like that for some odd reason. That's how it looks. So, like I said, I'm gonna keep it short, sweet, or whatever. Oh, no, I take that back. When the brother was talking about, he doesn't like people talking bad about black women. I get it. The 12 people, I get it. I get that too. Who they are, we don't know. But what I do know is this. He won't talk about the 50 people who are not like that because he's not paying attention to them. Because once again, the brothers who are not talking, that are not got his radar about bashing black women, when it's a male-centered conversation, even pro-blacks don't care. See what I'm saying? Until, they talking bad about the women, that's when they show up. So it's like, this is why brothers like, we don't take you seriously. But like, share, subscribe, or die. Try and catch y'all on the next one. Peace.